Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're all having a good morning. Looking like the stream is on, so we should be good. Let me know if you guys can see this in the chat section. I don't know how many people are going to be on. Normally, what ends up happening is when we do like a public live stream on like a Sunday night or something, usually like 200 people. I don't know how it's going to be on like, what is today, a Wednesday morning? I don't know. A lot of people at work. Hope you guys have a good day. 5x5 audio is very good. Thank you guys. What's up, Mary? What's up, Red Carpet Vlog? What's up, Lord Pente? KJ Troy, Gipsy, BG, everybody, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a good morning. So my goal, normally I do a Tesla video in the morning and at night. The reason for this is normally when Tesla is trading in a very volatile manner, it's really good for me to do 2 videos a day since this channel really has turned into a Tesla channel. Those are the videos you guys want to see. So those are the videos that we're going to put out. So hopefully this little morning live stream, it's only gonna be like 15 minutes. I unfortunately cannot dedicate an hour every day. So it's gonna be 15 minutes instead of the morning video on Tesla. We're just gonna do a video on like a live stream and then you'll be able to rewatch this later. So goals kind of do the same thing that we do. We end up going to go through some dark pools, take a look at the flow, talk about Tesla, and then at the end maybe we'll go over some positions I closed out and maybe a couple of positions that I'm watching. So we'll see what ends up happening here. KJ, my paid membership has been worth it. Let's go. Thank you, man. If you guys aren't, because this is public, if you guys haven't already, check out the Discord. Link is in the description. Like 5,800 members strong. Absolutely insane, guys. You guys get access to free courses, live streams, seminars, webinars, tons of stuff. You guys already know this by now. Let me turn my music down. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. I don't think you can because I have it on Microsoft Edge and not Google. Let's turn it down. All right. So I'm going to pop you guys up here in the corner on my other screen so we can start looking at Tesla and the market in general. All good here. Managed my lunch this morning. Hell yeah. All right, cool. So let's go through Tesla. Let's just start by looking at the weekly. Looking at this so far, you can see still riding this major trend line. Like nothing really has changed in the past couple of months. One of the things I always like to do, and you guys probably know this by now, is looking at a wider time frame. Always understanding the wider time frame is going to help you be a better trader, even if you're day trading. Like Snapchat is a great example. I called that out as a free trade yesterday and made like 68%. But that was because we were at a major support on a bigger time frame, holding about the support, which is very good as well. So that's what I tend to like to do, trade off bigger time frames, and even like swing trade and whatnot is important off of those supports as well in day trading. So looking at Tesla, major trend line, looking very good still here. RSI is sitting sideways here right above 50. MACD, histogram, both the SMAs are pretty far away from each other, but the histogram is trying to make a higher low, which is a good sign. Looking at the daily chart here, you can see really hard resistance here at the 22-day SMA, 22-day EMA, right at about $950. The 1 hour chart, which we've been watching for the past couple of days, as you guys know, has been basically this janky inverse head and shoulders. Does anybody here not know what an inverse head and shoulders is? Does anybody not know what an inverted head and shoulders is or a reverse head and shoulders? If anybody doesn't know, let me know. We can briefly go over it. I'll go over it anyway, actually. So every pattern that you see or every pattern that we end up trading is never going to look perfect. When I draw it out on a chart, it might look good. If you look it up on Google, it might look good, but everything is not the same. And that's one thing you guys have to realize. When you're looking at an inverse head and shoulders, what is like a better example of an IHS right now that we're looking at? Not Melco, not Affirm, Snap, no, SoFi, Twitter, Uber, not really any right now. So the way that an inverse head and shoulders works is you tend to have a shoulder. I'll draw this out right here for you. So a shoulder, which is normally going to be this dip, and then we have what is called a head, which is a lower than the shoulder, followed by another shoulder that doesn't have to be perfect, and then we tend to get a breakout. This is normally what tends to happen. We tend to get a breakout. Then what also tends to occur is we have what is called your neckline, and your neckline is going to be, that shouldn't be caps, neckline. Your neckline is going to be the major resistance where your neck would be on your shoulder, right? So it tends to be, you'll see this red line here. This is called your point of control. This is going to be your neckline. And then this is going to be what's called your shoulder line, where this shoulder, I'll actually go ahead and highlight these shoulders. That's one deformed shoulder. This is very true. It is a very deformed shoulder and or janky shoulder. And it's not really looking the way that I normally would want it to look. But this is how an inverted head and shoulder is usually going to look. Of course, on this 1 hour, we're kind of sitting here a little bit further than we want to, but we are sitting, we are squeezing, and we are looking for a potential push up. So when we're squeezing, I talk a lot about squeezes. I talk a lot about TTMs. I talk a lot about potential breakouts and whatnot using a TTM squeeze. Please advise if there's a way to download the dark pool data, large sweeps, and golden sweeps. Any idea? I don't know if you can download it. So if you're in the Discord, you can go into the options bot section and you can type it out so that you can type in like TR dark pools and it'll show it. If you're a premium member, there is a TradyTix premium section that's going to just give you alerts for all of the golden sweeps and all of the dark pools, but I don't think that you can actually download them. I think you can just take screenshots. So this is actually a good example here on Tesla 1 minute. Tesla 1 minute. This is definitely gonna be longer than 15 minutes. Damn it. So Tesla 1 minute is potentially forming an inverted head and shoulders. So in order for this to fill an inverted head and shoulders, we would need to see Tesla run up to this VWAP, watch for a rejection, a pullback, and then a potential breakout. So this could actually be a pretty good day trade for Tesla right here. So we'll see. Can you set up alerts for Tesla alone for the free? I don't know if I can isolate Tesla, but what I normally do is if there is an unusual flow or a dark pool, I'll usually screenshot it here on Tesla, and then I'll end up posting it. Spotify is something that's getting a shitload of buys. Holy crap. They're buying a lot of Spotify right now. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'll post about that later. Good bullish flow on Apple too. But yeah, so overall, Meet Pete. That's good, Brian. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But so talking about Tesla on this 1 hour, we've had multiple fake outs here and multiple fake breakdowns. So you can see multiple times here, we have tried to break out through this neckline. And today is one of them. Multiple times. What is a sign? And this is going to be a question for you guys. Let me know. What is a sign of a false breakout? What is a sign of a false breakout? It has to do with volume. What's a sign of a false breakout? I'll give it like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. See if anyone can post it. And no wrong answers. No wrong answers. Multiple tops. Stochastic under 60 on the 1 hour. Low volume. Exactly, low volume. Think of price action as your GPS, right? Your price action is your GPS. Without the GPS, it doesn't matter how much gasoline you have, you're never getting to your destination. Think of volume as the gasoline, right? Without the GPS, it doesn't matter how much gasoline you have, you're not going to get anywhere. No matter how much gas, or no matter if you have a GPS but you don't have gas, you're not going to go anywhere. You need both. So you need high volume. We had high volume on this 1 hour candle this morning, but we just couldn't hold. And you can see here on this volume profile, this is a heavy resistance at 941, but look at how thin the volume is from 942 up to 989. With that type of low volume within the volume profile, we can pretty easily take a push up to that $1,000 price point, which is what I'm looking for. Also, guys, hit the like button too, because it really does help the video to get out, because this will become a video after this. But yeah, we need volume. That's one of the biggest things that we need when we're looking for a breakout. Now, I need a notebook for this. Well, I'll be putting a replay out there. So you guys can definitely watch it if you're in the Discord, or you can just watch it as a YouTube video, but you can go through and you can go to put out a live stream video section. It'll be here. What platform do I use? I use Trend Spider. It is a great platform. It is very expensive. You do not have to use it. You can very well use Thinkorswim. You can very well use TradingView. There's just certain things you can do with Trend Spider, but they're not mandatory and they're not needed. So please remember that. So Looking at Tesla, we're really watching for a breakout over 940. We're really looking for a breakdown below 900. That's really what we're looking for. We're sitting here, we're squeezing, not really doing too much. Could be a good day trade here, but I'm probably not going to touch this. I'm really trying to not day trade that much. Volume profile, is that available on other platforms? Yes, it is, Frank. I know it's available on TradingView, and I know it's available on obviously TrendSpider and also on Thinkorswim. Need a little bit of water. So that's what we're looking at on Tesla. Really nothing much going on. What would be good to play, right? When we're sitting here like this. One type of play I really like to trade, if you guys are part of the premium group, you know that I like to trade put credit spreads, because a put credit spread right now is usually going to be pretty good, because when a stock is just sitting sideways, it's eating, the theta decay is eating away at it. Same with implied volatility, which means you're going to make money if you are somebody who is selling cash secured puts or doing some put credit spreads. So not much going on with Tesla. Let's look at the flow for the day. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see because I have my screen zoomed in. But if we look at the options, you can see Tesla, most active calls for the day is 5.6 million. Is that high or is that low? Is that high or is that low? 5.6 million in the first hour and a half. Kenneth, do you have to have shares to do a put credit spread? No, you don't. You don't. If you go over to our Discord, the link is in the description if you are a part of it. If not, go to the courses and lectures section. This is for anybody. And I have a whole beginner video section. I recommend everyone watching it. It'll show you how to use the dark pool trading bots or trade tick bots. But if you go down and you take a look, there's one of these videos talking about put credit spreads, selling cash secured puts, implied volatility. Go ahead and watch that. Very low. It is very, very low. Yeah. So usually like a good day on Tesla is like 70 million. Right now we're looking at 5.6 million. So really not that good. Really not that crazy. 10 million is usually 10 to 12 million by the time I make these videos is average. If we look at the bullish flow for the day, it's only 3.89 million. All right. Gold star for anybody who gets this right. Gold star. And we're not going to stick on it too much because we're already at like 12 minutes. What is the difference between most active calls and bullish flow? What is the difference between most active calls and bullish flow? How come most active calls says 5 mil, bullish flow says 3.89? What is the difference? Gold star. No wrong answers. I also have to remember there is latency. I think you guys are behind me by 10 puts or by 10 or so seconds. Sweeps A or AA, Lord Pente selling puts. Claudio, that face. Okay. Most active calls. That shows the amount of calls that have come through. You don't just buy a call. You can also sell a call. Okay. So that says that is the amount of money worth of calls that have come through. They could be selling calls. Selling calls is bearish, right? Selling calls is bearish. Buying calls is bullish. Bullish flow shows the confirmed bullish calls. So that means, quickly looking at this, most active calls, $5.92 million. It means $5.92 million worth of calls have been traded today. Bullish flow means confirmed of the 5.6, 3.89 is confirmed to be buys. Now, if we look at Tesla's heat map here, and you guys can get access to this heat map too in the Discord, look at this. This is exactly why, and I don't want to do a whole video talking about heat maps, because we do have a video talking about heat maps here in the beginners video section under courses and seminars. But if we take a look here, you can see all of the calls. The call section is these cells to the left here, like C0, C1, C2. Okay. Look at all the red in the call section. What does that mean? What do all of the red in the call section mean? Do we need shares to do put credit spreads? Kenneth, no, you do not. You don't. But what does all the red mean in the call section? They're selling calls. So they are selling covered calls, which is bearish, which means they don't believe Tesla will close above 945. Now, What is the difference between these three cells on the left? Does anybody know what C0, C1, and C2 mean? If you do, you're getting a gold star. C0, C1, C2. What does C0 mean? I'll type it out. C0 on heat map means time frame. Magnus, you get a gold star. So C0 means calls expiring this week. C1 means calls expiring next week. C2 means calls expiring 2 weeks or further. So C2 could be calls that expire 2 years from now. Yes. And this is the same thing for P0. So on the right, P0 means puts expiring this week. P1 means puts expiring next week. P2 means puts expiring 2 weeks out or plus. So this means, judging by just what has come through today, they do not expect Tesla to close above 945, 955, or 970 by this Friday. You're the best teacher. Hey, thank you so much, Apollo. All right. Now, here's something you have to remember too. So simple. How come anyone can't? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why nobody else talks about this. I was talking to my mentor when I first started trading, and I told him, like, bro, you have to start. You have to start teaching, because I was like, so many people like my teaching style, and you taught me. And he was like, dude, I just don't want to. I was like, dude, we need more good people. Anyway, can you add the options bot how-to page back to the Discord? Hell yeah. I don't. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. I will note that. Thank you very much. I didn't even realize that. I'll talk to the mods about that. Add how to trading ticks. Okay. So going back and taking a look at these, you have to remember that it means a lot of calls have been sold for this Friday. All right. But what you have to realize with this is that these expire within a day. If you guys are in the Tesla chat section of our Discord, you guys notice I might do a put credit spread or sell a cash secured put and day trade that. Because if you guys have ever bought a call that expires in a couple days, or just straight up bought a put that expires in a couple days, even if you're right, you might end up losing your ass, because theta decay and IV is going to kill the option. When you lose money due to theta decay, the money doesn't just go into like outer space. It goes to the person who's selling you it. They're siphoning money out from you at all times. And we do have a nice double bottom here too. Ryan here. What's up, Ryan? Ryan's part of the premium group. What's up, bro? Yeah, double bottom here. This could be a good trade. No dark pools for the day. We'll talk about that in a minute though. So this means they could be day trading these. They might already be out of these 945s. If we go through to the flow and we isolate the flow, you can see here, when we isolate this flow, that we don't have a ton of puts coming through, but a lot of these calls that were sold might be out already. What's theta? Oh, so it's called theta decay and IV. What you should do is check out the Discord, and you can come to the beginner section, and there's an entire video explaining IV crush and theta decay, but I can probably talk about it tomorrow on the stream. Steven, thank you for becoming a member, man. Hell yeah, thank you. Do you suggest rolling a call? Whew, okay. All right. So this is just be like a whole video on its own. All right, so rolling a call, yes, but it is very dependent upon the position that you're taking, dependent upon the time, and depending upon how the stock is looking. I don't ever, unless I'm day trading, I never, ever, we're not gonna have time to probably go over any of the trades I took, whatever. Discord doesn't work. It says invalid. Fuck. Damn it. It might be an old link. All right, hang on. I'll have to remember that. Here's a new link. If anybody wants to join, I'm going to post it in the, there we go. Should be able to work. It's going to be in the chat room. Thank you, Steven. I'm going to add that to my notes as well. Change live stream link. So looking at this, when we're looking at a position for calls, because I saw somebody else asked, will I ever take a straight call or put option? Kashif, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but yes, so I do. It's very rare, because playing normal options, and this is like, guys, I've been trading for 8 years, and I know my mentor's been trading for 15, and a lot of people I know who have been doing this consistently for like nearly a decade, they don't usually trade straight up calls and puts. They really don't. It's always better to be the casino, but I can do a video on that later. It's very rare that I take a straight call. I took straight up calls yesterday on Snapchat, because I was day trading it, and I saw a huge opportunity for this potential day trade move. This is a great example. Inverted head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder, breakout. I got straight up calls here, and I went 10 days out. Never go with a weekly, ever. And if you're going, this is just me personally. Sorry, that is my alarm for something else. So for me, I never personally go with a weekly. If I'm day trading, I go like 10 to 12 days out, and never let a day trade with an option turn into a swing trade. I see so many people who plan to day trade something with like a weekly call, and then the day is closing and they're down, and they're like, oh, screw it, I'm just going to swing it overnight. Don't do that. Like, playing straight up options over years and years and years, decades and decades and decades, is normally a losing game, which is why I normally sell cash secured puts, do put credit spreads, buy shares, but there are times I buy straight up calls. So going back to your question, Jarrell, I think that's how you say your name. Do you suggest rolling a call? Yes, but only if you have the appropriate time. Go double the amount of time that you believe the stock is going to take to move. That's the biggest thing. Double the amount of time you think the stock is going to take to move, because you need time on your side. But most of the time, I think it's better just to do a put credit spread, or buy a call, or buy like a call debit spread if you really want. All right, I'm a beginner. If I become a member, do I have access to beginner videos to help me get a good start of what other benefits come with becoming a member? Yeah, so there's 2 memberships. So one is a mentorship group that I run. I close out seats for a very, very long time. I try to open up like 10 or 12 a month. That is like access to all of our courses, access to my live stream. So I live stream with them like this every morning for an hour. You also get access to all of my trades. You get direct access to me, because within the free Discord, like, I cannot respond to everything. There's just too many members, which is amazing, but I just can't. So you get direct access to me. That's $100 a month. But if you want to just join and get access to courses, the Discord's free, and we have tons of free courses. So, for, who is that? Sandeep. If you just join the Discord, the link, I just posted it. I'll post it again. It's free. If you go to the courses and seminar section, there's an introduction to the stock market course. It's like 2 hours long. That's completely free. Technical analysis course is completely free. Disciplined trading course is completely free. Those 3 courses should get you pretty far. And I built them that way because learning the basics is important, which is the introduction course. Learning technicals is important, but learning how to become a disciplined trader is the most important thing. It is the most important thing. Psychology is the most important thing. It is 80% of trading, which is where nobody understands, right? So go ahead and check that out. And then there's a bunch of beginner videos here, which you guys can check out as well. Thank you. I'm a premium member. I've made good. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. Inverse head and shoulders, 1 minute, I think, forming on Tesla. Maybe I'll grab some Tesla shares here. I don't know. Let's take a look at the 5. I like to day trade off of the 5. Good divergence here. So for if anybody doesn't know what a divergence is, we made a low, and then we made another low. I mean, I'm sorry, that was a high. So we actually don't, because this didn't form the divergence. My bad. Dude, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. It means so much. Thank you. Day trade call on Tesla right now looks like a double bottom. I do think so. If you're going to go with a call, I personally would probably go with shares. What I want to see is a 5-minute close over this 9 EMA. So I want to see the 5 close over 927. Was this 1051? No real big buys have come through. We had a couple of good buys for these 960 calls at 211. Just subscribed to be a premium member yesterday. Just finished 2 free courses you put out on Discord. Looking forward to it. Hell yeah. All right, so Tesla could be a good buy here. Let's see what happens. One of the biggest things I want to talk about briefly, and then we'll hop off. Maybe I'll go over some trades and some stuff I'm looking at, because I did throw out some free trades yesterday. Make sure you hit the like button too, guys. That definitely helps. Position sizing is extremely important. And I want you guys to understand this, especially if you have a small account. So I had somebody comment yesterday on my other channel, DeCarlo Capital, saying that I was, quote, bragging about that I'm trading with like $190,000. When I say how much I'm trading with, I say that because I want you to understand the percentage that I'm risking within a trade. So for instance, let's say I buy $1,500 worth of put credit spreads on Tesla. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, Pete bought $1,500 worth of put credit spreads. I have a $2,000 account. I'm going to buy $1,500 worth of put credit spreads. It doesn't work out that way, right? I am trading with such a small percentage of my portfolio that at the end of the day, I want you guys to realize that. That's why I say how much I'm in for and how much my account is worth, because this is a great example. I will go over this. I'll just post this within the traders chat. It might be a little weird, but let's look at this. So this is my trading log for the first 9 days, right? When you look at the trades I've taken, I have, this is what, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, probably about 25 trades. Of those 25 trades, 2 have been losers. Facebook was a big loser, 1,300, and Snapchat was a loser for 400. I got into Snapchat so early, I was down $4,000, and even on a 50% rip, I still lost $400, right? But what I want you to realize is that even though for us, we make, good profits, if you would have put all of your money in that Facebook call, you would have lost your ass. If you would have put all of your money in Snapchat, you probably would not have made money. And that's why I like to tell you guys, don't trade with more. I would say max 5% of your portfolio. And if you only have $2,000, that means that you would have to end up looking at something along the lines of potentially, maybe only putting $50, maybe 500 or something into a position. You want to start very, very small. You know what I mean? And that's important. You have to understand that. Quality versus quantity. Agree. Just finished 2 free courses of yours. I'm a premium member. Put out on the Discord. Looking forward. Hell yeah. Put credit spreads next time we get back down to 922, 923. DL, not a bad idea. Especially if you're going with a weekly, it's going to kill the option for the person who bought it. Your experience buying options into the weekend. If you have time on your hands, it's not a big deal. But one thing you have to realize is if you're buying a call or an option into your weekend, you're going to have to deal with theta decay as well. Affirm for the MF win. Sergio, I feel you, man. Let's hope earnings is good. R35, it's true. I was following you in the past, but you talk too much about your absolute profit. Talking about absolute profit is toxic. I talk in percentages, not about absolute profits. We don't care about how much you make. And clickbaity. Hopefully the suggestion will reach you. I like your content otherwise. Yeah, man. I talk a lot about profit goals. So for instance, got about $190,000. Last month I made about 22 grand. So what percentage is that? 190,000. Yeah. So, thinking about that, it's about a little more than a 10% return. So 10% return in a month is fucking nuts. I don't look for a 10% return. I'm up about 15 grand in the past 2 weeks. Closed out profits, not holding, closed out profits. So for me, that's right now about 7.5% return in the past 10 days. I don't even try to push for that much. I don't try to push for that much. I think that really, if you're a trader, you should look to try to push for 1% a week, 2% a week. If you can make 52% return per year for the next 40 fucking years, 20 years, you're going to make a shitload of money, right? So I would definitely look more at percentages, right? And that's why I also say how much money I have, because I want you guys to realize, okay, he's trading with 190 grand. He made 10 grand. That's why someone was like, dude, you're talking about how much money you have. And I'm like, yes, so the point is I'm telling you how much I have so that this way, you know that when I say, all right, I made 5 grand today, like it's, you know what I mean? It's important. Yeah, so I can lead with percentages first, but that's the most important thing. And understanding, like, it's, I mean, I've been doing this for a while, right? I've been doing this for a while. And if I didn't have this academy and if I didn't have this business, I would just be selling cash secured puts. That's it. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much it. Uber is ripping. Let's take a look at Uber. Oh, Uber's up 3.5%. All right, let's okay, so let's very quickly, and that's the thing too. We'll talk about some trades, but very quickly, that's the biggest thing I want you guys to realize too. That you need to. All right, we're not even going to talk about trades. All right, that's my next alarm. All right, let's not even talk about trades. We'll do that tomorrow. Let's talk about profits and let's talk about trading, because I see Esperanza. I hope I said your name right. How much should I start with and how long ago? So in 2014, I was dabbling in the stock market, didn't really plan to do anything. I was just messing around. My goal was $5 a day. And then I really started trading full time in, so 2016, basically from 2014 to 2015, I turned 5 grand to 50 grand, which is fucking nuts. And I was trading all options, mainly calls, because the market did nothing but go up and it was pretty easy to make money trading calls. I actually got lucky. So I turned 5 grand to 50 grand. Then within 2 weeks, I lost $25,000. And I was so fucking butthurt because I was poor as dog shit. I had just gotten out of prison like 2 years earlier. And I was like, dude, this is bad. Like, trading is bullshit. And then after a while, that was like when I met my mentor. And I was like, okay, there are people who do this for a living. There's very far and few between. Like 95% of people fail. They really do. I don't want you guys to think this is easy. It's really not. But I was like, there are people who do it. It's just not as easy as I expected. Right? The issue is, and this might be for a lot of you guys, right? And I don't want you to anyone to get discouraged. This is not easy. Like, this is not fucking easy. It's really not. 95% of people fail. And 95% of people fail because of their psychology. I was in prison for 14 grams of marijuana. They threw a flashbang through my front door. Fucking threw a flashbang through my front door. They actually used the battering ram and the door was open. But they found 14 grams worth of marijuana in 14 separate bags inside of a duffel bag. And so because I had no money to bail myself out, I had no money to bail myself out at all, I just sat in prison for 9 months until I could get a public pretender to help me out and get out of prison. Anyway, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So you must live in the South. No, I live in Philadelphia. But in 2012, 2013, marijuana was not like how it is now. But anyway, so I realized at that point, oh, trading is not easy. Trading is not as easy as everyone thinks. You see, let's talk psychologically here. We're already at 30 minutes. Psychologically, what you have to realize is that we are not, and this is going to sound crazy, but we are not bred to trade for a living. From the time we are 3 years old, 4 years old, and we start going to pre-K or preschool, we are told, you sit here, you're told what to do. If you do what you're told and you get A's or you get B's, you get to go on to the next level. And we have our hand held our entire life, right? We get our hand held our entire life. And we're told that if you do X, you get blank. If you go to high school, you'll go to college. If you go to college, you'll go and get a job at an entry-level position. If you do what I tell you, you're going to go ahead and you're going to become maybe a C-suite executive. We have our hands held all the time. And then you go into the market and nobody holds your fucking hand. And this is why I love the stock market. It doesn't give a shit about your race. It doesn't care about how much money you make. It doesn't care about your criminal history. It doesn't care about your sexual preferences. It doesn't give a fuck. And I don't care if I get demonetized for cursing, because I'm very, very passionate about this. The stock market and money itself, money at its core, does not give a shit. It doesn't. And that is a breed. It's so easy to start a stock market account, to put money in it and start trading. And that is the exact reason why everyone loses. It is the freedom that we all look for in the market that kills us. That is what destroys you, is the freedom. Nobody holds your hand. And that is what will destroy you from the inside. Heavy lies the crown, right? And I learned this the hard way by losing a ton of money. But then I looked at the guys who actually do this, flashing an EMP, bro. They were like banging out the drywall, trying to find like bricks of cocaine. Long story short, I helped a friend out who was coming out of a halfway house. And I told him, don't steal from me and don't do drugs. And he stole from me and did drugs. So I kicked him out, and he told him I was like selling a ton of stuff. But the biggest thing that you just have to realize when you're trading is that you have to create your own rules, and you have to know what works for you, right? I know that if I sit in front of the screen for more than 35 minutes a day, I don't trade well, because who you are outside of trading is who you are inside of trading, right? Who you are outside of trading is who you are inside of trading. If you are a frantic, spastic, impatient individual, that's who you're going to be in the market. If you're afraid to take risk, if you live with too much anxiety, if you are extremely worried about everything, that's who you're going to be in the market. And so I have spent so much time building myself outside of the market that when I come inside of the market, I'm try to be like a warrior in a garden. Dude, thank you so much, Kashif. That means so much to me. Yeah, I will definitely do more of these live videos, don't worry. So many people, and if you guys want to learn more about psychology and trading, I will do more videos. They just don't get the views, unfortunately, so I'm not going to spend like hours doing it just to not get the views. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I want to make sure that you guys get the stuff that you want. Go to the courses section. There's an entire video on becoming a disciplined trader. I will actually throw this out in the chat for you. But what I was going to say is, like, you have to just really focus on becoming the best person you can be. Look at the most successful people in life, right? They're all people who wake up early. They're all people who prioritize their health and their mental space. They're all people, like, success leaves clues. And the same situation is for the stock market, right? Like I said, I don't trade with more than usually 5% of my portfolio, because here's the deal. At all times, I want you guys to not give a shit what happens. I want you guys to not care what happens with your position. If the market dies 50% tomorrow, I want you to not care. I want you to be dead inside. I want you to be, I said something in the video I made yesterday, but like a hunter. I want you to be like a samurai, like a warrior. Like, you don't care what happens, because what happens today in the market does not have any effect on where you will be 20, 30 years from now. And you have to have patience. You have to. The impatient get slaughtered. They do, all the time. And you have to think of it this way. And the realistic aspect of becoming a trader is that when people hear me talk like this, they're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. Right? It's the same thing with entrepreneurs in business. A lot of people think being an entrepreneur is a lot different than what it actually takes to be an entrepreneur. And then when I tell them what it takes, they're like, yeah, I'm good. So going back to my trading journey, the reason I was able to do this is I took all the money that I had, and my mom died and left me like 20 grand. I took all the money I had, and I took what money I had when my mom passed away, and I said, okay, I can either go buy a car, I can put all this money in the market, or I can do something smart with it. And I went and I found an investor He didn't have any money. He just had good credit, and that's all I needed was good credit because I didn't have good credit at the time. And I need someone who has a good credit score and income on the books because I don't have income on the books. A lot of people say to me, oh, this is another one. So if you're such a good trader, why do you sell a product? I'll ask you guys this. Why do you think I sell a product if I'm such a good trader? The first thing I respond with is, what, do you not want more money? Like, who doesn't want more money? But the real reason is you cannot, diversification, yes, but you cannot go and get a loan from a bank off of trading income alone. You can't. You are too much of a risk. I can't go buy a 5-unit apartment complex if I end up, not be like, they're not going to take my income from the stock market. So that's the biggest thing, right? And also, like Free Speech said, like, teaching makes you practice on yourself. Like, I have to hold myself to a standard in order to feel like a good man to teach you guys what I want to teach. And I just like helping people, man. Like, I see so many people come to me and so many people don't end up making it, but maybe they just learn something different. Like, it really helps. Do you have a covered call video on options trading? Please make them for a new member. Yeah, if you go to the courses section, there is a covered call, or you can just go to YouTube and you can just type in DeCarlo Capital covered calls. Damn, I've already been on here for 45 minutes. Fuck. All right, well, tomorrow's gonna have to be a little less. But here, so here you go. I just dropped it there. So going back to what I was saying is I took the money that I had and I found somebody else and I bought a duplex and I lived in one side of the duplex for free and we rented out the other side. I had a beat up shit car and I didn't have any bills. My bills were like $400 a month. And it's because I did that, because I sacrificed that I was able to take the risk I needed to become a trader. Risk is different. I saw Nathan, somebody said they'll be dead in 30 years. Nathan. Yeah, so Nathan said, I'll be dead in 30 years. I'm the old guy in the room, right? So the thing is, like, risk becomes harder the older that you get, right? If you're 60 and you have kids and grandkids, you can't really quit everything you have and go try to start a business or go try to learn a skill as a trader, right? It's very hard to do that. If you're 20, if you're 22, if you're 25, if you're 27, like, dude, take all the risk you can. Like, fuck your life up. Who cares? Right? When I was starting trading and when I was starting my business, like I said, I'd gotten out of prison and I thought to myself, like, what's the worst that happens? If I lose everything, what's the worst? I just sleep on a couch, bro? Like, I'm fine. Peon, you're 70. Let's go. Lord Pente's 50. Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. Like, risk is different for everybody. If you're, going to retire soon, don't go risking everything you have. If you're younger, you can be a little bit more risky. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's take a look at the market really quick. I'm 23. I'm already living on less than 200 a week. Bro, I'll be transparent with you guys because I'm nothing but transparent. The business this year will make $300,000. This year, my trading alone will probably end up making about 140. I live off of 1,500 a month. I don't need shit. I don't need shit. I really don't. Like, I really don't fucking care. I bought a new car this year, which like killed me mentally, but it's a 2022 Camry. It's not a Ferrari. It's nothing crazy. Like, my car payment's like, I think $180 a month because I've paid most of it off already. My mortgage, until you start a family, Kat, that's exactly another thing too. Once you start a family, all this goes out the fucking window for sure. But even at that, like, I have a dream CNC machine shop, but nothing making money yet. So close, then COVID came. Man, I have a friend who wants to start a CNC machine shop too. But yeah, I mean, dude, I look at my life and I try to say to myself, when you get a girl, now I do have a girl, but she makes some good cash too. But even she, like, we don't live off of a lot. Why not a Tesla? I actually ordered the Cybertruck and I'm gonna buy it, and maybe we'll try to like throw a bowling ball through the window or something. I can make everything I need. I invest in tools, no kids, bad ROI. Yeah. So the biggest thing is when you look at your life, guys, and this is the last thing we'll talk about before we hop off. I wanted 15 minutes. We're on 45. The biggest piece of advice I can give you guys is that you need to cut out there's probably so much shit in your life that you can cut out. I have essentialism written on my whiteboard right now, and it says say no to 7s and 8s, right? Which means if something's not a 9 or a 10, I'm not going to do it. I really don't. And when I look at anything in my life, I look at, is it a 7 or an 8, or is it a 9 or a 10, right? When I look at buying something and I'm like, do I really need that? Because I look at value, like how valuable is something to me? Right? I just donated like 6 jackets. I love those jackets, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't wear them that much, and that could be someone's only jacket. I think that way with everything. And I think that way in business. And I think that way in the market. Like, I'm only going to take 9s and 10s, right? I don't need to take a bunch of shit. When I look at my business, I'm only going to do the 9s and 10s. And if it means making less money, like, fuck it, I don't care, right? Like, I really don't care. I made 1,400 videos last year. 1,400 videos. 1,400. Freaking nuts, man. Yeah, crazy. So this year I'm probably going to make 300. But I'm going to be a happier person. Don't ever let money get in front of your happiness. That's the biggest thing. I'm going to do this for the next 20 years, not 5 years, doing 1,700 videos a day. Or 1,700 videos a year. 70 billion new home thanks to Tesla. Let's go. Steve, I'm 66. I've taken my portfolio from 196 grand to 500 grand in 2 years, selling call options and put options. Bro, selling options is the best. The best. It does require more money, but it's the best. Lord Pente, I'm in the Discord, Pete. If you want advice on CNC stuff, send me a DM. Dude, yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, guys, I had to turn DMs off from the Discord because I just get hundreds and thousands a day, and I just can't. Cole, my whole goal in life is to make as much money as possible early so I can spend most of my life doing the things I dream about. Here's the thing, Cole, and I'll tell you this as somebody who has personally done it, because I'm at a point right now, like, I could probably retire. I could take all the cash that I have right now, probably like 500 grand. I could just sell cash secured puts each and every single week and probably live off of like 120 grand a year. Not living like a king or anything, but still being able to retire. I thought about that, but it's very hard to kill yourself for a long time, mentally with work. Because here's the thing, right? I need some water real quick. Here's the thing, guys. When the people who make it in life, not just in the stock market, specifically in the stock market, yes, but in business, right? They are the people who just are there long enough. If you're there long enough, you will fucking make it, right? You will make it. But what I've looked at is, can I, like you're saying, Cole, like, can you work 16 hours a day for 10 years? I can't. So what I'm trying to do is just work like 6 hours a day for the next 40 years, but doing something I love. You know what I mean? Selling options could have paid off my car, but I just rolled that money into selling more options. Let's go. What can I do with buying power of 6 grand? I'll probably start with selling cash secured puts on anything at $60 and less, or maybe doing some put credit spreads. That's really what I'd probably do. All right, guys, I gotta hop off. Positions today. I really haven't opened anything. Spotify is enticing me a bit here. That's definitely gonna be a longer swing. Ooh, Tesla got some buys. Well, there we go. While I was going off on a tangent, Tesla got a crap load of 960 calls, and we bounced off a 927. Tesla's looking pretty good. I feel that. Looking forward to more. Hell yeah, guys. I really enjoyed this. My thought process is it takes me about 30 minutes to shoot a video, and then about like 30 minutes to upload it. So I'd rather just do like a quick live stream. But this turned into 45 minutes or something. But we'll see. I used to race 12-hour ultra endurance marathon mountain bike racing. It's like a trench warfare against you. Have a series of who you can deal with pain longer. Exactly, man. And that's how life is, dude. Like that's how business is. That's how trading is. The people who end up just being there long enough are the ones who make it, right? People talk a lot about luck. I am, honestly, it's gonna sound ridiculous, I'm the luckiest person you will ever meet. I really am. Like, I don't want to sound egotistical, but like everyone's always like, dude, how does shit just work in your favor? Like, how do you, like, if you go and talk to a girl, like you'll usually be able to get a number. If you go and, you meet mentors and meet people, and how do you know these things? And like, the only reason I've been able to do anything in my life is positioning. I position myself. I go up and talk to that girl. Even if I get rejected, I position myself. I will go to those real estate meetings, or I will go reach out with an email to somebody. Like, I put myself in the position to be lucky. You're not going to be lucky if you just sit in the house or something. You know what I mean? So you have to put yourself in that position. Thanks for this vid. Super quick 1 to 2 minute videos are great too. Yeah, I'll probably do those 2 a night. I'm just going to do this probably 15 minutes. I can't do it this long because I'm like behind already, but well, we'll do it again. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for all the support. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out the Discord. It's completely free, no bullshit or anything. You're not going to sign your freaking life away or anything. Go ahead and check it out, guys. Thanks for all the support. It truly means the world. And if you guys do want to upgrade, you can get access to all the trades in the Discord. It's like $20 a month or something. Your first 3 days are free. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Peace.